He never expected the mother of the bride to turn his own cruel wish into his worst nightmare. His name was Victor Lang. Mine is Sarah Bennett, 54, widowed event planner who rebuilt our life brick by brick after losing my husband to cancer 18 years ago. My only child, Emma, was marrying him tomorrow, or so we thought. The night before, at the elegant rehearsal dinner in the crystal-lit ballroom of Evergreen Manor, Victor leaned across the flickering candles, his charming smile never wavering, and whispered, "Sarah, the best wedding present you could give us? Vanish from our world completely." The words landed like ice water. Polite on the surface, venom underneath. I nodded once, excused myself, and walked away while my mind raced. He wanted me erased. Fine. I'd vanish, but I'd leave his mask in shreds first. For months I'd sensed cracks in Victor's polished story, the flashy car he claimed was leased through silent partners, the sudden wealth from a startup that never had a website, the way he changed subjects when finances came up. 6 months earlier, I'd quietly hired investigator Lena Torres. Her report arrived in pieces: forged credentials, a trail of defrauded families, outstanding warrants in 2 states. He wasn't building a future with Emma. He was mining it. That sleepless night, staring at the framed photo of our family beach house on the mantel, the cozy Cedar Point retreat Emma adored and had once called our legacy gift, an idea crystallized. The title remained solely in my name. Victor assumed it would transfer after the vows. He assumed wrong. By 4 a.m., I emailed my broker, Cedar Point on market now. Aggressive price. Cash buyers only. Then I texted the florist and venue coordinator about a special surprise favor for every guest. Small cream envelopes to replace the planned place cards. Dawn broke cold and golden. I drove to the venue with a cardboard box holding 78 printed dossiers, bank statements, victim testimonies, court filings. Each page bore Victor Lang's name in bold. In the bridal suite, Emma glowed in ivory satin, laughing with her maids. I hugged her tightly. "Whatever happens today, know I love you beyond words." She tilted her head. "You're acting strange, Mom." I just smiled. Sometimes strange is necessary. The garden ceremony unfolded flawlessly under a perfect autumn sky. Emma floated down the aisle on my cousin's arm, eyes shining. Victor stood tall at the altar, smug certainty in every line of his tuxedo. When the officiant asked if anyone objected, silence hung heavy. I met no one's gaze. My objection waited in 78 envelopes. At the reception, string lights twinkled, champagne flowed. The MC announced, "Before we dine, the mother of the bride has a heartfelt token for each of you. Open them now." Fabric rustled. Paper tore. Then came the first sharp inhale. A low murmur swelled into chaos. Victor borrowed $30,000 from me for that sure thing app, never saw a dime back. He promised my retirement fund would double, now it's gone. Victor's face drained of color as accusations ricocheted. Emma stared at the pages in her hands, then at him. "What is all this?" I raised my glass calmly. "The truth you refuse to see." He lunged toward me, voice cracking. "You're ruining everything." "No," I said. "You did that the moment you targeted my daughter." A retired detective, my late husband's old partner, stood from table 8, badge ready. "Victor Lang, you're under arrest for fraud, wire fraud, and identity theft. We've been building the case for weeks. Tonight sealed it." Handcuffs snapped on amid stunned silence. Emma's knees buckled. I caught her. As officers led Victor away, he spat one last glare my way. I returned it without blinking. Later, in the emptied hall, Emma slid her ring off and placed it beside the untouched cake. Tears streamed. How did I miss it all? "You were charmed by a professional," I whispered, holding her close. "But you're safe now. We both are." 2 weeks passed. Lena uncovered Victor's silent partner, a man named Derek Voss, already circling another trusting family, wealthy widow Margaret Hale and her daughter Chloe. We didn't hesitate. Margaret invited us to dinner. Hidden audio rolled. When Margaret casually mentioned her brother's position at the investment firm Voss claimed to have founded, the lie crumbled. Police moved in minutes later. Derek's arrest unraveled a larger ring. Dozens of victims stepped forward. Using proceeds from Cedar Point's swift sale, Emma and I launched Haven Rising, a non-profit offering fraud awareness workshops, emotional support for manipulation survivors, and pro bono investigator referrals. Margaret and Chloe became founding members. One quiet evening Emma said, "Maybe the wedding that never finished was the one that truly saved me." I squeezed her hand. Sometimes the strongest beginnings come from the hardest endings. A man once demanded I disappear. Instead, his darkness illuminated the path forward, for us, and for every mother and daughter still in the shadows. If something feels off in your life, don't ignore it. Dig deeper. The truth might hurt, but it also heals. Thank you for listening. If this resonated, pass it on. Like, subscribe, and drop your city below. I'd love to know where you're watching from.